next to invite Yunus Lunat, lawyer, equality and activist. He's also the community member of the Liverpool Football Club in the United Kingdom. Last year, I was very proud to host Yunus at the Mayor's Summit Against Antisemitism to hear the exceptional work of the football team, Liverpool, to fight extremism and hatred. And I think it's important that we bring all the elements of our society to fight such hatred. Football, cities, leadership, as mentioned, and others. So thank you, Yunus, for sharing a few words today with us.
Thank you, Sasha. Really grateful for the invitation originally to work with CAM and all the work that we're doing together. And I look forward to continuing to develop the good work that we're doing. Obviously, this is absolutely vital what we're speaking about today. If I can just mention firstly that the recent incidents of the burning of the Quran, followed by the threat to burn the Torah, have brought the issues of religious tolerance and freedom of speech back into the spotlight. These events are always dressed up under the guise of freedom of speech by those who wish to fan the flames, especially those on the far right. The irony being, however, that book burning evokes themes of pre-enlightenment, information censoring, and authoritarian repression of expression. The actions of the threats and the actual burning of the Quran itself, but the threat to burn the Torah, was meant to provoke emotions of Muslims and Jews across the globe, meant to offend and trigger billions of people by dishonoring scriptures that they hold dear and near. Can I just say in the same breath, it is absolutely contrary to Islam for any Muslim to disrespect a holy scripture of any religion, let alone to burn a holy scripture. That is, I say that leaving aside the platform that we stand on today of mutual tolerance, respect, love, and friendship. It is contrary to Islamic law to disrespect, let alone burn, any holy scripture. For Muslims, though, sacred as it is, the burnt book is simply a vessel that contains the words, the scripture is from Allah, God, who has promised to preserve the words of the Quran, and no efforts to distinguish the light of the Quran has ever or will ever be successful. It is the words and meanings within the pages which we treat as sacred and not the pages themselves. Do they not realize that in the month of Ramadan, the Holy Quran is recited from cover to cover by heart in every mosque, in every town and city in the world? Many of those reciting will be young teenage children of school age. That is the magnitude of the numbers who know every part of this Holy Scripture by heart. Oh, and behind those reciting, there will be volumes of people who will be listening out for the minutest error, be it pronunciation or even a letter, let alone a word or a sentence. That is the magnitude of how highly the Quran is held in Islam. And it sends a clear message that the Quran and the message within it will never be erased. It helps us to remember that such acts of hatred are most often fueled by a lack of knowledge about what our respective scriptures are and the messages within them. For example, the Quran says, speak what is good. The Quran says, respond to evil with that which is better. Do not backbite or insult others. Forgive one another. Show kindness to your parents and your fellow human. Feed the poor and the needy. Do not be wasteful. Keep your oath. Restrain your anger. Walk in a humble manner. Make peace between people. Take care of orphans. These are some amongst many other important and beautiful guidelines that the Quran sets out. Advice that helps us be better human beings, live beautiful and fulfilling lives, full of kindness, love, mercy, and the happiness of God. A book that, rather than being burned, is worthy of being read, honored, and respected. And I should add at this point that these same messages can be found in the Torah, the holy scripture of my Jewish friends who I stand together with today. The message today and always is of unity, understanding, and tolerance. Tolerance, which is vital in a civilized society, because tolerance recognizes universal human rights and fundamental freedoms of others. People are naturally diverse, and only tolerance can ensure the survival of mixed communities in every region of the globe. Tolerance helps us as societies to acquire compassion, engage in positive citizenship, develop reasoned and critical thinking, attain appreciation and differences, and indeed challenge extremism and extremist ideology. Having said all of this, at the same time, I and we accept that freedom of expression is vital to our ability to convey opinions, convictions, beliefs, and also to meaningfully participate in a democratic society. However, even states will limit the freedom of expression for reasons of international and domestic reasons. Laws empower states to impose limitations on freedoms of expression in order to advance broad aims such as national security, public order, and indeed public morals. One of the common tests, I speak as a lawyer, and one of the common tests used to determine whether a limitation on the freedom of expression is justifiable has come to be known as the proportionality test. Is it a proportionate means of achieving a legitimate aim in a democratic, and I add, a civilized society? Well, we ask what benefit or legitimate aim can be achieved when it is balanced against the hurt and gratuitous insult to so many. With freedoms comes responsibility. Whoever exercises freedom of expression is at the same time under a duty and responsibility to exercise that with restraint and responsibility. In the context of religious opinions and beliefs, that includes an obligation to avoid, so far as possible, expressions that are gratuitously offensive to others and which do not contribute to any form of public debate. I would say that burning of holy scriptures falls into that category without a shadow of doubt. It is nothing more than a gratuitous act to offend and insult. It is barbaric, uncivilized behavior, which serves no benefit to society or humankind. There are only negative implications, and it is a race to the bottom when we as a society should be aspiring to set our standards higher if we are to call ourselves members of a civilized society. And I end with that note that we stand together on one platform of mutual respect, tolerance, love, and friendship. And I thank you to Sasha and Cam for inviting me again and participating with you. And I look forward to working with you in this long journey, this road we have to success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yunus, and definitely it's a long journey, and definitely we want to be a good partner with you in this journey.